like like HIV and AIDS, and just hearing like the messages that are going on across the world, talking to people.
So you stay up to date with what's happening in the world.
Trying to stay as current as possible. What's going on with like I said, the STIs, HIV and AIDS, the outcomes, condom use. Like I know Bill Gates last year had this big thing where he's trying to get somebody to create the new condom, because it's been, I don't know how many years or decades that condoms have pretty much stayed the same, because they say, I think it's about 70% of people complain about the feel. That's why they don't use them, or the size, which size doesn't really matter because all condoms will fit all people. So like his big push on that is kind of cool, and it kind of keeps me like, okay, well this is a good message. People are trying to do things. I want to kind of do my part. And just talking to friends, and their encouragement. I'm like, yeah, you're doing a good job. Keep up with it. And my mom always helps. That always motivates me. And
that's kind of cool, mom.
Yeah, it's amazing that my mom is accepted what I'm trying to do. It's kind of nice. It's kind of cool.
Okay, well, speaking of Bill Gates, should the opportunity present itself, would you invite collaboration with other companies or personalities?
I would say yeah, as long as it doesn't clash with what we're trying to do. I know in the past we've tried to get known celebrities to try and wear our brand that we feel that would help push the message. Like I said, if somebody of the public is wearing PYP, and we're like, oh, what's that brand? And people find out about it, I think people will be more adhered to maybe buy into the message.
Well, that brings up a good question for me, because this is kind of, I want to know how important the message is to you. So it's like, all right, so let's use an example like Drake or something. Drake as an artist, we all know Drake, internationally known, a lot of successful albums and records throughout the years. So say we have him in front of you right now. What's more important to you? Him wearing a PYP clothing t-shirt, going, performing, and everybody sees it, or him using a condom the next time that he has sex with a girl? What is more important to you?
I would say at the end of the day, obviously, wearing the condom. I mean, having him wear the shirt would be great, but I mean, I think if he's gonna wear the shirt, he would be practicing safe sex. Sure. I think those go hand in hand. It would kind of suck if
it's just a deal type of thing that it's just like.
Yeah, what would you do if you found out that he was promoting your clothing, but he wasn't practicing the message behind your clothing?
Yeah.
I would vocally express my my opinion about it. I would be like if
would you put it in the media? Would you
or would that be a conversation you have beforehand?
Have with him, because for him, it could be just an endorsement deal. Like he's gonna do his thing, however he's going to do his thing. But if it's just like, oh, I want to do something positive for the community, I'm wearing this clothes, boom. What I mean? What's more important to you? Him advocating to it publicly, or him actually being an ambassador of it the next time that he is in the bedroom?
Well, at the end of the day, I would hope it would be both. Yes. Like I said, it would have to be both. If he's wearing the clothing, I believe that he believes in our message. Mm-hmm. I would never pay somebody to wear our clothing, mm-hmm. or I would never pay anybody to promote our brand. Mm-hmm. It would have to be genuine. It would have to be something that they truly believe in.
It would be voluntary.
Yeah, it has to be voluntary. I want to wear your T-shirt. I want to wear your.
I like your message.
I like your message. I like what you're doing. What can I do to help? I would never, dish out money. I would never sign off on that to have Drake, wear our stuff or promote our stuff or do anything that takes away from the message. Yeah.
What about other platforms of safe sex? I mean, you guys talk a lot about using condoms and that sort of stuff with safe sex, which is obviously a huge one. But I mean, there's also different forms of contraception, like birth control and that sort of thing. Would you? I mean, I know you guys in the past have given out free condoms and that sort of stuff at your events and that sort of thing, which is a great idea. But would you ever consider, a collaboration with any of the different kinds of platforms of contraception or that sort of thing, or promoting anything?
Well, recently in
Along
the
those
news,
lines.
you know, contraception hasn't been getting the best rap. I mean, not contraception, birth control has been getting the best
Yeah.
press. But
I'm no doctor
you know,
or scientist.
exactly. But condoms, yes, does speak volumes in terms of not only pregnancy prevention, but STI prevention. Um, Unfortunately, birth control pills don't aren't versatile in the same way.
Mhm.
They don't protect against STIs. They do help with pregnancy, but yeah, I'm definitely open to it if it was just up to me. There's the female condom, you know. There's IUDs. There's so many ways of pregnancy control. Um, However, I feel that what we want to do is really enforce the fact that, you know, safe sex in terms of contracting an STI and pregnancy, and possible future emotional distresses that you may overcome because of, you know, one night of pleasure. So yeah, that's what I really think we have to advocate, is that, you know, safe sex in all facets.
Yeah, and I think to add to that, I think one of the key things is being vocal and being able to communicate to person that you're having sex with. I think that speaks volumes. And respecting yourself, knowing who you are, knowing yourself as an individual, I think helps in who and how you make your decisions.
Exactly.
I mean, if you have a low self-esteem about yourself, whether you're a guy or a girl, 9 times out of 10, you know, you're gonna get manipulated, and you're just gonna be doing things because you feel, oh, it'll keep him.
Yeah.
This is what he wants, or, you know, this is what she wants. And I think one of the biggest things that we want to try and do, not just, you know, promote the use of condoms, but be able to, if you are in a relationship, be able to communicate to your partner and express how you feel, and be open and be truthful.
Exactly. Like I like to even put out there is the fact that, you know, if you're with your partner and you guys are communicating, and, you know, and you guys have a strong communication between the two of you, and you feel that, you know, you feel you don't need condoms, or you feel that even the possibility of, you know, having an unexpected birth is something that the two of you would be able to handle, that's safe sex. You know, it's not just, you know, protecting each other, protecting against it. If you truly trust this person, you believe that they're not going to go out and be unfaithful to you, and if you feel that the two of you can take on a child together, if that were ever to happen, that's safe sex. It's
more versatile concept.
Exactly. It's
than,
respecting your partner,
yeah.
your partner respecting you. You know, it doesn't always have to be a condom, doesn't always have to be birth control, it doesn't have to be abstinence. It could be just simply communication. And that's really what we're trying to get across. It's the message of just, you know, be safe.
And that's why, you know, I chose clothing, because clothing is a way of communicating.
Yeah. It's not just a t-shirt, it's not just a sweater or a hat. It's all different types of clothing. As I said, there's different types of contraception, there's different types of safe sex. You know, it's not just one way.
Yeah, I can definitely say that we're definitely heading in a different direction. I always thought it was just going to be about clothing, but now that it's taken on this broader, you know, spectrum, it's amazing. I see so many things that we can accomplish, and like, I think with the clothing, when it was just focused on clothing, it made it harder.
Yeah, it was limited.
It's very limited. Now that, you know, we've kind of broadened it to, you know, all media, man, I could just see countless things that we can, you know, do, and people that we can collaborate with, and to get the message across. And like, I can now see, because one of my biggest things is I wanted PYP to be the new voice of condoms. And with this broad spectrum, I can definitely see that happening, for sure. Like,
yeah, no, I totally agree. When I joined the company, it was just about marketing the brand in the form of a calendar. Now it's more of marketing the brand in the form of everything that I do. in terms of media, photography, video,
You live it.
talking. Yes, yeah, just really transforming it into a true lifestyle and a true ambassador of respecting your partner and safe sex and have fun in life, but respect other people. And yeah, so the aspirations I think have definitely changed. I think when I came in, it was more of we want to be a top clothing brand nationally or internationally, and now it's more changed into we want to be the voice for safe sex nationally and internationally.
Yeah. But I guess the biggest thing though is the response of like people, and when they see the message, when they see the logo, and what they see what we're trying to do. I think that's kind of the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's some
hits home.
naysayers. Yeah. There's always some naysayers, and I think the scary thing is like, even to this day, like there's people that see the logo, or like associations of people that I don't even know, but like, and they'll say, you know PYP? I know PYP, blah, blah, blah. And and then those stories come back to you, and you're just like, that's kind of cool. You're just like, yeah, it's out there. Like
doing something.
People are watching, and people recognize it, which is really nice, and it's really humbling, and it's nice that they recognize the logo, and that brand is getting embedded in their head. So like with this year and the years to come, like with the stuff that we're putting together, it's just, I think at the end of the day, it's all just going to tie in, and people are it's just going to click.
Just how we said earlier, the clothing market is so saturated. Everybody has a clothing line they're either representing or that they created. There's so many options to choose from. You can go to a mall and buy so much clothes. You can be if you're dedicated to a brand, you're dedicated to a brand. It's the real challenge is to stand out from the rest of not necessarily the competition, but the industry. And especially starting out, like I said, some people are dedicated to certain stores, some people shop a certain way. It's very hard to break into most people's clothing comfort zones.
Yeah, and I'd also have to say, like all the red tape that you have to go around. Like if you have this idea and this vision, and you want to get it done, but like all of the hurdles and obstacles that you have to go through, and it just seems like there's a lot of, I don't know, I don't use the word haters, but more, it's
not
doubters,
blockers,
hurdles. I don't know what you would call them. I mean, I understand that anything in life is, if it's easy, it's not really worth it. I understand that I have to work for whatever I want to do, and I have no problem working for it. But it's tough when people don't see what you see, or don't understand what you're trying to convey. And I think that's probably the biggest hurdle.
Well, I think North America in general, people are just sort of conditioned to be, their fallback is like skeptical and negativity and that sort of thing. Like they just, that's what they fall back on, sort of thing. They can't see the grander scheme of what you guys are doing, or a lot of things in general.
Common quote is that people fear what they don't understand. And,
exactly.
If like advertising or endorsing safe sex through clothing is not something that I guess is generally understood. So, like I said, people will just react negatively to it. But yeah, generally the response has been positive, but there's always that few group of people that they just don't really fathom the concept, so they just...
And people are terrified of success too.
I guess.
And it's like, what would be the implications of something like this were to have a really strong foothold?
Exactly.
And become the mainstream sort of thing.
Maybe
some people might have a difficult time wrapping their minds around that.
Yeah, or maybe some people feel that what we're doing is targeting them. In terms of maybe makes them think, am I actually really responsible with my sexual behavior? Does that make me a bad person? Are you calling me a bad person? So people may get defensive, and the reaction to that is just basically looking down at the company or shooting down the company or whatever it is. I don't know exactly what it can be, but yeah, it's just like I said, generally the response has been positive, but there is always that group of people that they're gonna try and push you back when you try and take a step forward, and you just have to keep pushing.
Take a step forward anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to, man.
I think that with those pictures, we're showing that, hey, we have no issue with being sexy or having sex or advertising sex. Hey, I agree, sex sells. However, there is a message that should be attached to that, which is safe sex should sell as well. And so, like I said, to anybody who says, oh, this is too prerogative, or this is not something that we should be, showing the youth, I totally disagree, because, believe it or not, or accept it or not, the youth are having sex, and they're having lots of it at a very young age. So we can either try and ignore the fact that they're doing it, and and not educate them about it, or we can try to control the situation and make them be responsible about it. So yeah, that's my take on that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, most of our pictures are very, very sexy and racy. But I think at the end of the day, one is to grab people's attention. I mean, it's what people notice right away. But I think what makes us different is the fact that we have the message behind it, and there's more of a substance. And like, it's not just a sexy image of a girl posing. There's this beautiful person that stands for safe sex. At the end of the day, that not only is she beautiful, but she's also intelligent and smart, and believes in her, in promoting safe sex and being a healthy person. And not just, we want to be able to portray not just the sexiness of it, but her intellect as well, which I think can go hand in hand. Like I said, it's not just an image of a sexy girl and then that's it.
It's more like, hey, go ahead, be sexy, take your selfies, take your, take a hot picture of yourself, do whatever that boosts your confidence or makes you feel beautiful. There's nothing wrong with sex ads if it's being advertised to the right market of people. There's nothing wrong with them. I actually find a lot of them quite interesting and quite entertaining. I enjoy a lot of them, my personal opinion. But I think that, yes, as long as the message of safe sex is also implemented, or there should be as much a message of safe sex, it's totally fine.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because it's not us as a beer company using a hot girl to sell beer.
Yeah.
It is, and which is, I think, okay, you're just using the hot girl to sell beer.
Yeah.
We're using a hot girl to promote safe sex. I think it kind of takes away from, the objectification of, women. Oh, you're just using her because she's sexy. Well, yeah, we are using her because she's sexy, but she also believes in, promoting safe sex.
As well, because you guys tend to use models that believe in your message, that are on board with what you guys are promoting.
Yeah, just like how we said, we will never pay anybody to endorse the message for one day, where we want people who actually believe in what we're doing to endorse the message, because the last thing we want is for somebody to talk to this person and they're just like, oh, condoms, whatever, I don't care about them, that hurts our brand, it hurts our message, and it shows that, hey, we don't really care, we just want to sell a product, which isn't, it's far from the truth.
Yeah, and like most of our models, have stories that they can relate to, and have experiences that they've gone through that relate to or pertain to safe sex or the lack thereof, which I think is kind of unique in our brand as well. So right now we currently promote PYP through, obviously, one of the main things is the clothing, social media, imagery with the photography, the calendar, but we're also looking to promote through music, television, public speaking. I think would be a huge thing. And yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, I think those are the main
main
things.
ways. Yeah, it's mainly
Okay.
through media.
So how can people wanting to find out more information about PYP find you guys?
Website pypclothing.com is the main way.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Twitter,
social media.
Instagram.
But yeah, mainly the website. There is where you'd be able to find our media as well as what we're looking to do, our goals, who we're trying to partner with, how we're trying to get the message across. Just like how we've been mentioning throughout this whole entire segment, is that we're really gearing towards message, and we're going to be doing a lot of media. So it's not just going to be about the clothing. PYP clothing website's going to get a revamp, and it's not just going to be about clothing. It's going to be about the message.
You guys gonna have a YouTube channel?
Of course.
We're gonna have our YouTube channel.
This will be the first thing on it.
First thing on it.
Yeah.
One of the main things too is getting more into the community. So like making our faces known in the community and putting in some hours and trying to promote the message, and hopefully maybe you can even at the end of the year do a fundraiser for the cause. And
get into the schools, get into Ottawa Health. Just really geared towards the community in a way that we're ambassadors of the message of safe sex, not just wearing the clothes with the logo on.
Yeah.
So what are you guys most proud of in respect to PYP?
Finding this guy.
I think it feels good doing what we're doing right now in terms of spreading the positivity across our peers in our city, our country, our world. I think that for me it feels really good doing something working with a company like this, because whenever you do it, like when you help an old lady on the street, you walk away, you feel good. Even if people aren't buying the clothing, if the next time somebody who is about to have sex with somebody thinks about, hey, I should put a condom on right now, even though I may not see it, I never hear about it, just that thought is makes me feel a lot warm and cuddly inside.
PYP in 3 words.
PYP in 3 words. Wow. You want to take that? PYP in 3 words.
It's easy for me, protect your pistol. Protect your peach. Well, pick one, depending on your gender, or your whatever. Just pick, but protect your pistol, protect your peach. And for me, I know you only said 3 words, but I'm gonna go on. For me, just those 3 words of protect your pistol or protect your peach speaks volumes in terms of respect others. That's 2 words, but that's what I hear when I hear that. It's not just safe sex. It's not just
And respect yourself.
Yeah, respect yourself.
Well, that's the key, right?
Yeah. So when you're engaging in safe sex, you're not you're a selfless person. You're not. It's not just all about you. It's not just all about your arousal at that current period in time. You care about who you're engaging in relations with, and like I said, that speaks volumes. So respect others, respect yourself, protect your pistol / peach.
I did not have relations with one.
Yeah.
3 words, I'd have to say safe, sexy, and fun.
Okay.
Those would be my 3 words.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're the best, Miss Fader.
Do you guys have it?
_Fader.
Do you guys have enough?
I think I have enough. I'll be able to play with that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
On that.